Hey guys, welcome. Bringing you a general reading for the collective of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This reading is not date or time specific, with the exception that this is the day of the new moon in Taurus with a partial solar eclipse. So that energy, which is very amplified and very powerful, will definitely be finding its way into this reading, especially because you are also Scorpio, the polarity of the nodes of the moon that are creating the eclipse. In the middle of May, we will have your eclipse. It'll be a full moon in Scorpio with a total lunar eclipse. So that's going to be super powerful and impactful. But think of this as the beginning of sort of being pushed into that wormhole where we come out on the other side mid-May. So that can't help but influence the energies of the reading. If you missed it, I did do a new moon in Taurus with solar eclipse reading. It was up on the channel as of yesterday. So be sure to check that out because there may be some powerful messages there for you as well. The morning musing that I did for the channel members was a little bit challenging. And I've just got the oracle here. And it feels still like I'm looking at some challenging energy. So I want to remind you, for those who aren't really into the whole astrology thing, that your ruling planet is Pluto, if you're here as a Scorpio sun. So let me say that. And Pluto is sort of the Lord of the underworld. Okay. Your planetary ruler, governing the 8th house of death, rebirth, and taxes. So all the fun stuff in life. So yeah, Pluto just yesterday, so Friday here in the States on the East Coast, stationed to go retrograde. So stationing is when a planet appears to stop moving. It doesn't really. It's just that we're about to lap Pluto. Earth is about to lap Pluto. So Pluto looks like it's standing still because we have finally caught up with it, and we're going to pass it, and then it's going to look like it's going in reverse. It doesn't really. It's like being in a car and you're like just about to get to a red light when the light turns. So you're at a really slow crawl and the car that's stopped starts to move and it feels like you're going backwards, and you do that momentary, like you grab the steering wheel because it feels like you're going backwards just as you catch that out of the side of your eye. Same principle. With Pluto stationing, the non-movement is very significant and impactful, and then as he begins to retrograde, we're all going to be pulled back into shadow work for a while, and that can often impact Scorpio most of all. So I just want to let you know that's what's going on. You're not hallucinating it. I am just the messenger. Please don't shoot. So here's your oracle, Scorpio. I pulled from Enchanted Map. I love this deck. You got 2 tens, which is talking to me about completion, a cycle that's closing, ending, closing out, wrapping up, and if it hasn't, it needs to. So the first 10 is card 46. I know, it's brutal, coming apart, and it's in protection. Reverse for this deck is protection. So this is basically saying there may be a situation unraveling at this moment, and your best plans to stop that aren't working. And what this card is trying to tell you is you may have just lingered too long somewhere where you no longer belong. So it's coming apart for a reason. It's time to let what wants to go, go. And that was the morning musing message as well. So I'm sending it with love because I know it's hard, and the morning musing was difficult as a reader and for those who watched, and so this is kind of feeling in alignment with that. The second card, though, is good. It's card 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is about structure, stability, foundations. It's the solitude card. It also came out in protection, and it said, now is not the time to isolate. It is the time to seek out friends or like-minded others who can help you lighten your energy a bit so that you don't fall too far down the rabbit hole of darkness and shadow, and also to show you that you're not alone. So this isn't the time to retreat and isolate and hibernate. It's really time to force yourself, if need be, to reach out. Text, call, email, accept an invitation that you might normally not, even if you're not feeling up to it. You know, put your hair in a scrunchie and just go. Just go. I do feel this is the way you're going to find that balance and structure of the 4 energy. And then the last 10 card is card 37, cleaning house. Now, of course, it's a metaphor. It's telling you, take this opportunity with what's unraveling and, you know, to kind of declutter your life. Things go because they need to go. They don't serve you anymore. Clear your conscience by being honest with what no longer serves you, and even if it's something that you still think you want, if it isn't receptive, then it isn't in alignment, is the kindest way I can say that. So, chewy oracle for you. But it, you know, eclipses tend to bring that stuff all to a head, and then it's just done, and we get to kind of catapult forward in ways that seem unimaginable, right? Like your life could be totally different 90 days from now, and like more progress made in 90 days than you've made in the past year and a half. So keep that thought and seek out those people. Don't hibernate. Don't get sucked into the wormhole of your own shadow. Seek the opposite end of the wormhole to progress and to be have your energy lifted and lightened. It's going to be real important. So I am like, so nervous about this reading. Tell me something good, cards. Let's help Scorpio out. This is good for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You could be here as a cross watcher. That's fine. These messages could be speaking directly to you. If, you know, as always, you may need to flip the energies around. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope I'm catching you on a day where you're open to hearing the messages, whether they're tough or not. Ooh, okay, so Knight of Pentacles, present energy. This is good. What's happening? You're on a slow roll. I like it because it's deliberate, it's intentional. Really good energy, especially during an eclipse, right? It's grounded. It feels very Taurian, which is where this is all taking place at the time that I'm recording this. So not being in a hurry and sort of being real methodical and real conscious and intentional about your forward motion. What's the challenge to that? The saboteur. There is somebody who's yanking your chain, Scorpio. They are yanking your chain. Let what wants to go, go. I'm going to probably say that 40 times through this reading. The Five of Swords can mean a lot of things, but the energy I'm picking up is that there is either some game playing, some head game, some gaslighting, something going on with communication. It's swords. And I'm finally seeing you here being very aware in a sort of 3D way and literally proceeding with caution. Like you haven't abandoned it yet, but you're looking it straight in the face, right? It's staring you down. It's like, yeah, it's saying, yeah, it's taunting you. Come on. And you're like, I'm going to move forward. You will let me pass. I will no longer be played. Now, before I go much further, I want to warn you to be very careful in the comments, because you're in my living room and I'm trying to hold space for everybody, but I do not take like real super nasty comments where you're tearing people down. That is just not something that works for me. So I'm not saying everything has to be, you know, rainbows, butterflies, and daisies. This is a very difficult situation, but exercise caution before you type a comment. Thank you. It's difficult energy. I can feel it already. So I do feel like you're sort of being tempted to keep moving forward, but you're being very deliberate and cautious. That's where you want to be. And the challenge is you're dealing with somebody who's ruthless. Underneath, in your unconscious awareness, this is a whole new game for you. That Page of Pentacles, learning something new, putting one foot in front of the other. In the past, the Two of Wands. So to some degree, there was a choice of a path you would take around what you wanted, the direction you wanted to head. Of course, I'm going to clarify all of it. What's crowning you right now? King of Wands. This is about someone who usually in the upright position knows what they want. I feel at this moment, this is coming through reversed, dealing with an unavailable lover. Someone who kind of says they know what they want, but plays games and isn't really available. So that's just what I'm seeing. And you're going to kind of figure that that's like consciously aware. Like, no, I am definitely being played here and not in a fun way. Queen of Pentacles. Love this. Future energy. Stable, grounded, taking care of you. This is a lot of self-care in this card. This is you getting the ground beneath your feet, cleaning house for sure. And of course, that's more emotional and in the mental realm than in like, you know, yeah, clean your clutter too. It will definitely help open up space, but I feel this is more emotional grounding and getting your queen game back on, right? I feel you've kind of been unmoored for a while. I love the Knight of Pentacles moving to the Queen. I feel like you have something to offer yourself in terms of stability and groundedness that you are clearly not getting in this connection with somebody who I believe is not available to you for whatever reason. Spirit's message is Three of Pentacles. This is about cooperation, co-creation, taking what you have and having someone buy into it in a way that says, yeah, we've got something good here. We can build on it together. I have a feeling there may be a disparity here, that it's kind of one-sided, that you don't have this person's buy-in on building this connection. In the hidden energy, Nine of Swords, it's a lot of worry and anxiety in your hopes and or fears. It is about these soulmates, the twins, and yeah, potential outcome. This is you staying on your path. Right? This is you cleaning house. Right? Doesn't serve me. It's in my rear view mirror. This is you letting what wants to go, go. And being okay. Coming through almost more stable. Almost more grounded. I'm saying almost because I'm feeling the anxiety might be your energy. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. Yes, okay. Well, makes sense to me. This is the moment of truth. This is the decision-making process from the bottom of the deck. It says on some level that the energy you're sharing with me right now is, yeah, I got to get clear about this, but tick-tock. Like, I've got to make a decision, and I know I'm the only one who can. So there is a going inward here. It is crossroads moment energy. It is finding clarity in a fuzzy, foggy situation where you're not getting much help from this person. So, yeah, this is when you might want to spend some time, right? Look at this. Look at all the conflict. Look at the King of Swords not giving you anything to work with here. Whoo! So yeah, this is where you may spend some time in deep deliberation, looking for clarity, but then reach out to some others who might know about the situation, or whose opinions you trust, or who you know will listen to you without judgment first and then give you feedback. That's where I think you're headed. And that's a very positive, stable, life affirming place to go to be headed. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles with this Five of Swords. Wow. Yeah, I feel like part of the direction you're headed is you want to talk about how they, broke your heart. Remember, the Five of Swords is the challenge position. So this clarifies the challenge around your present energy, right? You're trying to move forward, but you can't until you talk it out, till you get some clarity, Two of Swords, on why all the heartache, why has this been such a difficult experience, such a painful experience? Wow. So I feel like you've got questions, but it also feels like a little bit more, you just want to be heard. You just want to have your say. I don't see the Knight of Swords, but the Knight, which is that energy, but the Knight of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands, Three of Swords, and the Twin Flame card underneath, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't need to hear back from them. I'm just here to tell them what this has done, how this has impacted me, which is totally legit. So I'm here to support that. Page of Pentacles. There's the Knight of Swords. Yeah, learning how to speak truth to power, how to be true to yourself, how to come from your highest vibration, all that you've learned, being your own wise counsel for the love of all that's holy. Be your own wise counsel. This is perfect. So this is rumbling beneath the surface for you. This is an unconscious awareness, but that's a good place for it to be, because it's almost like it's feeding into the Two of Swords. It's going to help you make better decisions and avoid all the pitfalls. I love this. So this is new for you. Rising up, speaking truth to power, clearing, clearing the air for yourself. Making sure you have your say. That's what I was seeing here. And from the Hierophant, means a lot of things, but we have defined feminine here too. So this beautiful, both these energies are very high vibration, very ascended. So I'm feeling like who you are at your core is someone who has unconditional love, sure, but it starts with you. You got to have the unconditional love for yourself first. And know you've taken it as far as you can take it, and you're still meeting with resistance and defensiveness or game playing or whatever's going on for you in this connection, and just being certain enough that you're okay on your own, that you're already on your path, and so therefore cannot be derailed. So I do feel this is new territory on some level of speaking the truth in this situation in a way that's aligned with the newer, higher vibration of yourself. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like that part's the part that is new, is that, you don't have to stay in the shadow. You can stay in the light, and you can make yourself heard and clear, crystal clear, and still maintain your personal integrity, your spiritual integrity, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I think I see here, brewing underneath. Now in the past, Two of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Wands, the Fool, Lovers. Woo! Yep, I feel like you chose this connection. Like, that's what I want. This is what I want. I want this twin. I want this bond. I want this connection. I want this spiritual soul bond. That's what I see. I feel like you were ready to go all in, but it's just been resistance after resistance after resistance. So right? It's almost as if you chose a path and the person started walking in the other direction. See the back to you, and you're kind of egging them on, like, come on, this is so good what we have, like, just take a chance, give it a chance, take a chance. And there you were, ready to take a chance, which was not probably in your comfort zone. And it's just been like yeah, pulling teeth. Ugh, I can feel it. Like, I just feel real tense for you, on your behalf. I can only imagine what it feels like. So King of Wands is your conscious awareness now. Yeah, you're waiting for the message of love or apology. You know, will you ever choose to end the separation? I'm feeling King of Wands, Page of Cups, High Priestess. There's the Two of Wands underneath. Right? I feel like you may be in separation, or your intuition is sort of kind of trying to get clear on where this person's sincerity stands. Are they sincere? Are they not sincere? Because we're crossed by a Five of Swords, which is not sincere. So whether or not you're in separation will determine the interpretation of that card. But I feel we still have a King of Wands in reverse. Like, I feel like you want them to claim what you want, right? You want to move forward. You're choosing a path of a twin flame path, a soulmate path, whatever you're choosing. You want them to claim the same thing. You want them to want the same thing. I don't think they're available for it. And I feel like you're questioning and struggling with your intuition about this person's sincerity and availability. But you're doing it consciously. Like, that's the conscious part. Queen of Pentacles going forward. Whew. Yeah, so I am kind of seeing the energy of the Solitude card here, supporting you going forward. Getting the ground back under your feet. Self-care will involve getting out, being a little bit more social. That will provide a very healing sort of escape from everything. It's not the time to be alone. It's not the time to hide out. It is a time to sort of get out and be among people who know you well enough to know how to lift your spirits and keep you in the light. So that will be very healing for you. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that sort of might trigger you or cause a lot of apprehension here with the moon underneath. But I'm feeling like it's sort of almost that this is the antidote to that. Because if you stay in your unknowingness, in your unconscious realm, in your fears, you know, in what triggers you or makes you feel really apprehensive and unsafe in the world, if you stay there, that's not going to be good. So I almost feel like this all here is the antidote to that moon card and will provide the best healing going forward. So let's get a message from Spirit for the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of time to offload it. Again, let what wants to go, go. There's the Three of Pentacles with the Five of Cups. This is the loss. It didn't work out. They weren't invested. They're not interested or available or whatever. And Spirit's talking to you about it. Like, it's okay to leave that in the past and to move forward. There's your Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady. Sure as, you know, you got your triptych. You know the direction you're headed and how you're traveling. And that forward motion, that very conscious, intentional, deliberate forward motion will be what allows you to offload. You've got 2 10s here, right? These are both 10 cards, and here's a 10 card saying you'll be able to offload everything that's been weighing you down, everything that's been keeping you like moving through molasses, is finally going to sort of exit, clear. But Spirit's recognizing the pain of that, the sorrow around it, the sense of loss. In the hidden energies, 9 of Swords. So I don't know whose energy this is. Could be yours, could be theirs. Because we have the 9 of Swords, which is the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the running everything on a loop in your brain and not being able to think of much else. Then there's the 4 of Swords, which is a card of deep thought, reflection, meditation. Then we've got the conflict card next, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you tell me, is it you or is it them? I kind of feel like if it's them, I don't think it's them. Yeah. On second thought, I don't think it's them. I don't think it's them because I don't think they're worried about you. 5 of Swords. I just don't think they're worried about you. And I know that sounds like a very harsh, cold thing to say. I feel this is your energy. I feel like you're worried about you. I think you're worried about you, your healing, you're getting through all this drama, right? All the conflict, all the chaos. This may be your own inner conflicts. This may be the conflicts between you and this person. This may represent an outside source that has been a source of conflict between you and this person. Everybody's different. But I feel this is your worry. This is you staying up at night. I think you're worried about your ability to heal and get your sea legs back, right? Because she's under the deck. So I think that's your energy. Whoever you are watching, regardless of sign. 2 of Cups. Hopes and or fears. Wow. Well, you're still kind of hoping for a miracle. I'm not seeing fear. I'm seeing hopes. Almost like you hope this person sees the light and reaches out with a message. That would make you happy. That they would see the light and have an epiphany about how happy you could be together, and then reach out. The Page of Wands is the messenger in this case, but it's underneath, so that's kind of, to me, on an energetic level, deep down, that's all you really want. You just want to hear from them. Like, hey, how are you? What are you doing? How you been? Light. Not deep, light. So, I never, ever feel that our hopes are misguided. So I would never say that. But I do feel what I'm seeing here is it's like the last ditch effort. Is like if they could just see what I see. If they could just see what I see. And then, like, if they just reached out. See? So it isn't like a false hope. I feel like it's that last vestige of, why can't they see what? Like, if they could just see what I see, then, and reach out or just, send a message or something, then that would be the door staying open. So that's how I see the hopes coming through. In the potential outcome, however, you are on a path. You are on your own path of high vibration, and you cannot be manipulated or sabotaged off that path. No. I would say you've come too far to be taken off that path, but I'm not sure all of you believe that. So I'm just going to say, No, you're not going to let anybody take you off this path because it is the right path moving forward. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have something special to offer humanity, even if the most that it is your story of your own triumph, the story of your own ascension, the story of your movement from dark to light. That's your path. At the minimum, that's your path. And it's vital. It's critical. So I'm here to tell you, you stay on the path. Yes, ma'am. Ooh, if you're still here, please know my readings are always coming from love. Sometimes that love is delivered with a little toughness, but it isn't because I haven't had similar experiences. Like, I'm not sitting in judgment of no damn buddy. I have been there. I have seen it. I ride the wave too, of the hope and then the crash and burn, and hope and then the crash and burn. So I get it. Yeah, I think you're super absorbed in this. This is your energy, by the way. The Nine of Swords has now been confirmed. Because you're still wanting the Prince Charming. You're still wanting them to kind of come in, you know, with their heart on their sleeve, with an offer of love, a sincere offer of love. Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups from their heart. And unfortunately, that is not available for you, Five of Swords. It's not available. Stay on your path. Let what wants to go, go. Especially when you know it hasn't served you in a long time. Okay, so before I tell you all the energies that showed up, all the signs astrologically, there is a link below to the extended. And I am going to pull the cards for this person. I want to give you an opportunity, especially if this is speaking your storyline, to see how they're coming through, what their perspective is, what's their take on this situation, right? How do they see you, think about you, or feel about you? What are their intentions going forward? What does Spirit have to tell you about all of that? What advice or guidance will be offered? And then I close out with some additional oracles. So it's as full a reading as you get here, sometimes longer. So that link is below. Here's who showed up. We have Taurus. Hierophant is Taurus, and this is a new moon in Taurus as I record this. So that's kind of important. More Taurus and Libra energy. This is Venus. Venus is in Pisces right now as I record this. That is about matters of the heart and love and what we value and how we value ourselves. How we value ourselves. Wow. Okay, that just clicked. The Fool is Aquarius. The Lovers is Gemini. King of Wands can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. High Priestess is Pisces. Queen of Pentacles, she's out twice. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Star is Aquarius. The Moon is Pisces. Whoo, we've got the Sun is Leo. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. Hang in there, Scorpio. Better days are ahead. I will either see you at the extended, which the link's below, or in a future reading. Bye for now.